Hello everyone, Berserkhead here, and welcome to this video in which I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the Total War Warhammer game that was announced a couple of days ago. I'm back in my living room. I just decided to make it this way again, just to sit in front of the camera and talk, instead of just showing you the trailer, because even though I have the license to like upload Total War content and stuff like that, my video can still get flagged if I were to like show you the trailer. I'm not one of those big Total War YouTubers, so can actually get in trouble for it, so I decided not to risk it and just do it this way and give you my thoughts on the Total War Warhammer game. So, first of all, am I excited about it? Am I gonna buy it? All those important things. I'm not particularly excited about it. I'm glad that there is a new Total War game coming out, but it's not a historical setting, so I'm not as excited about it as I would be if it were a standard Total War game. Am I gonna buy it? Yes, I'm gonna buy it. Gonna make videos. I'll see if you guys are interested, but I'll see if like they're gonna be if there's gonna be a community around it. So if there is, that's a good opportunity for me to get some new viewers and stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna try it out, gonna buy it, gonna play it, gonna make videos about it. So what do I know about the Warhammer universe? Not too much. There was a time when I actually wanted to uh, you know, get get some more knowledge about it, and play the Warhammer games and stuff like that. But I just realized that this is such a huge universe, and it's actually very well developed, and there is too much like there are so many things to know about it that it's just not worth the effort for me. I'm kind of a lazy person, so if I wanted to actually get into the whole universe and stuff like that, I would have to read books and I would have to play games, and I just didn't have I guess enough passion for it to actually sit down and do all of those things. So I have very little knowledge about it. Most of my knowledge about the Warhammer universe comes from the game Bloodball, because as far as I know, there are kind of like two versions of Warhammer. There is the standard Warhammer, which is the universe that the game is going to be set in, and there's the Warhammer 4K, which I think takes place in the future or something like that. I could be wrong, but there's Warhammer and there's Warhammer 40K, and this game, the Total War game, is going to be set in the Warhammer universe. So that's that. And most of my knowledge about this universe comes from Blood Bowl. I used to play Blood Bowl with my friends. Actually, we used to gather like once a week and just play some Blood Bowl. And I know the races from there. I used to play as a race called Norse, I think, which are kind of based off of the Vikings, which is pretty interesting. The Lizardmen were another faction that I like to play. And yeah, in the game, however, there are going to be four playable factions. I think it's the Vampire Counts, the Dwarves, the Greenskins, so kind of like the Orcs, and the Empire, which are kind of like humans, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. I think the Empire is kind of like the Roman Empire, because the whole setting, I saw like the map, and it's kind of based off the Earth, kind of. And the game is going to be taking place in the old world, as far as I know, so that's going to be like kind of like the European part of the map. So there are going to be these four playable factions. However, there are more factions that are supposed to be in this part of the map as well, so they might be added as a DLC. So here comes the question. Am I going to make Should You Buy It for it? Yes. However, it's going to be kind of difficult, and it's going to be much different from the Should You Buy It that I do nowadays and that I've been doing for quite a while now. First of all, because once again, I don't have extensive knowledge about this universe, so I can't tell you how good they've represented the races and stuff like that, but I'll find a way to do it. And it's actually a lot of great potential for DLC in this game, and I hope that people will stop complaining about DLC because, or at least will not complain about DLC in this game, because these races are all very different. And if they add a new race as a DLC, they're gonna have to do much more work than they would if they were making a historical Total War. Because how does DLC work for Attila and Rome 2? Well, they have kind of like the same models. They just reskin them. They balance the units a little bit, create new stats and stuff like that. So there's not a lot of new assets that they have to make. However, they make a Warhammer game, it's going to be a completely different race. So they'll have to put much more effort into it, which means that might be more expensive. The DLC might be more expensive. So yeah, that's that. However, I hope that they're not, I hope that the whole Total War community will not split up. They're trying not to split it up because at the moment, as far as I know, they're not gonna stop developing historical Total War games. They're gonna keep everything as usual, but I think they hired a new team that's going to be working on the Warhammer game. So it's kind of like a side project, but a new project, and trying to, you know, build up on the whole Total War franchise. Not, by doing something different. They're gonna keep doing the normal stuff that they're doing, so developing Attila, the normal DLC and stuff like that, but they have a separate team that's working on the Warhammer as well. And I think that it's good because if they, the Warhammer universe, as far as I know, has a pretty big following, so that's a pretty nice way for people to get into the Total War games and to, expand the community as well. They're gonna play this game, Warhammer, and they're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Might go and check out the other Total War games, and I think that that's a thing that the Total War community needs right now. It just needs more fresh stuff like that. So I'm not too excited about it. To summarize, I'm not that excited about it simply because I don't mind the whole Warhammer universe. I don't know much about it. I'm not a huge fan of fantasy. I used to be. I actually played WoW for quite a while, so I actually know quite a lot of stuff about the Warcraft universe. However, the Warhammer universe, it's kind of similar, I guess, but it's got its own lore and all that stuff, so it's still very, very different. So yeah, I don't mind fantasy and stuff like that, but I'm not the biggest fan of it ever. So I'm kind of, I'm gonna try the game, give it a chance once again. I don't want to talk too much about it before it's actually out. We don't have much information about it, but so far it looks good. And once again, it's not gonna prevent CA from making other historical Total Wars. And yeah, I think it's good that they're doing it, and I'm just gonna give the game a chance. And once again, the biggest thing for me is that it's gonna expand the Total War community, and hopefully not split it up, which I doubt is gonna happen. But yeah, these are my thoughts. Just wanted to make a video. Wanted to give you my thoughts, and yeah, that's gonna be it. So see you next time. Goodbye.